So before I get into this, I will say this. The writers are one of two things. Either it is that they are writing for Shayla, which I think that's what's actually happening. I'm starting to believe that. Or you're actually confused or you're not sure what you're writing because you give us a lot of evidence to try to follow the Amber character, but then all of a sudden you give us something to the contrary, just right off the cuff that doesn't make sense and that's disjointed. It seems unorganized. It's almost like disorganized thought, schizophrenic. I don't know. Is how to write a schizophrenic? I don't know. Anyways, let's run into this.
Weather or Wayne is in the air.
Or Wayne is in the air.
And Tamara.
Tamara? Who's Tamara? The girl from the church?
Yes, the girl from the church.
What's going on, Wayne and Tamara?
So let me tell you how this girl I met at the church.
Remember you told me you met her at the church.
We exchanged numbers.
Sweet girl.
Super sweet, right?
Yeah.
We've talked a few times on the phone. We don't really hang out or anything like that, but definitely have had several conversations. And
Associates.
yes.
Okay.
Number one, when did this ever matter to Amber at all? The whole idea of Tamara. When did Tamara matter to Amber? I don't see Tamara mattering to Amber. When was the last time, Amber was complaining about Wayne? When? That's what I'm saying, writers. That's why we're now confused because, okay, it doesn't make sense at all. So you give us one thing, but then the next thing, but then, okay.
Never did she mention to me that she was friends with Shayla.
That's interesting.
Exactly.
Okay, we're friends. We're buddy-buddy.
But guess how I find all this out?
How?
Wayne brings her by the house.
Wayne brings Tamara by the house?
They're seeing each other, Ernestine.
Wayne and Tamara?
Yes.
The sweet little quiet
Yes.
mousy girl from church.
Yes.
Wayne is seeing her now?
Seeing her. And not...
And she's friends with Shayla, though.
I'm not even concerned about that.
All right. How come all of a sudden Amber is not concerned about that? But then yesterday when she talked to Tamara, she was concerned about that. This what I'm talking about is the ambivalence in thought here, writers. Be very, very mindful as to how you're writing. Because I understand people can be unpredictable. But alright, so it doesn't make sense. So in other words, you're saying now that all of a sudden, out of the blues, Amber just developed overnight. Amber has just developed this wonderful love for Wayne again. You know what I mean? And now she's back on the track of, oh my God, Wayne is the man for me. Wayne is the man for my lifetime. Oh my God, I cannot do without Wayne in my life right now. And what am I doing married to Anthony right now? That's basically what you're giving us. All right. I don't even know how to buy this because, again, would you want me to respond and saying, well, you know what, Amber, that's kind of hypocritical. I thought it really was about, Shayla and whatever else it is. Is it that you wanted to get the reaction from us? I'm not quite certain what reaction should I give because of how inconsistent now the writing pattern is and how nonsensical the writing pattern start becoming. I think you're going to lose us here in the weeds, writers. Nothing wrong with us watching the story and you give us every now and again a one or two surprise, but this one is like a left field. It's like the Diesel story. It's another one of the Diesel story again where you give us something from way out to try to see exactly, I don't know. Just stir the pot, I guess.
It's Wayne. How he's treating her. I mean, she's even walking different. She's talking different. We kind of got into it. But it's like, really, Wayne? Like, she's not even your type. And don't get me wrong, I don't...
Wait a minute, why? Okay, maybe I'm lost. Maybe I'm missing some information. Why are you so bothered by it? Why are you bothered about Wayne dating Tamara?
Right. Why would Amber be bothered by this? Logically. That's what I'm saying. Logically, why would she be bothered by this? No. Remember, okay, here's why this makes no sense. Remember when Amber and Anthony was going through that whole spun of them having, the divorce and all of that, right? Amber and Wayne was in their own house before renting the house to Victor. They had a moment where they could have just decided that, you know what? The marriage is over anyways. I can go do what I actually want to do. That's fine. Let me sleep with Wayne right here and have, whatever it is. Make love, whatever you want to do, and just start something from there. Keep it hush-hush again and get divorced. Why wouldn't she do it then? Why no? That's why it doesn't make sense, friends. It don't make sense. The writing don't make sense. And I'm gonna versus trying to see if I can critically analyze what Amber is thinking. The writing doesn't make sense because you're giving us one set of event, but then in the next instant you give us a total opposite of what you just gave us. So it can't make sense.
It's not that I'm bothered about who he's dating. It's just how he's dating. And it's also about how Anthony has treated me over the past.
Okay.
Right? Like
I'm following.
It's like Wayne's song, right? He has this song, Smile Again. And, you know, if he knew he was going to hurt you, then you should have just stayed out. I can't really explain it, but it's like if I knew Anthony was going to put me through all this, it's like I should have just stayed in these streets.
Yeah.
So are you saying then that they're now trying to turn the Amber character again? Are you saying then that you're ready to turn the Amber character back into a 304 where she now begins to run the streets again and she now begins to do the cheating episodes all over again? So you've made all the progress with the character and you're now going to try to do that all over again? Or is it that what the writers are trying to do is, hey, because the Amber character now has a standard, right, where you can kind of measure something by, she's not perfect, but you can measure her by a certain standard. Then what we're going to do is, because we're trying to build Tamara up, I need to rip the Amber character down some more so the Tamara character can be built up. Is that what you're trying to do? Because I don't think that's going to make the audience love Tamara anymore. I really don't think it's going to let them do that. They won't. Because the Shayla character is so much in the dumpster and so unbelievable that people just don't rock with it. That's really and truly what's going on. Because this now again, as I've said before, doesn't make sense. The writing don't make sense. The trajectory of what a person would be don't make sense. And we know it's not full on comedy, so we know it's not just melodramatic.
See, it's like Anthony went from good to bad, and Wayne went from bad to good
To better.
And so now he's treating this girl, and I'm like, well, why you ain't treating me like that?
Yeah. Well, for one, I see what you're saying now. Now that you put it into perspective, and Anthony definitely, whatever. That's a whole nother story. I guess my question is it that you still do you still like Wayne? Is this more about Wayne, or is it just about how Anthony, is it the comparison between what you're going through with Anthony and what you went through with Wayne?
Let's not get it twisted, okay? I love my husband.
Then why this conversation? Why this conversation then? Like, why are we having this conversation? Look, this is exactly why this is ridiculous. Do I have many girls that I would have, loved to have right now? You know what I mean? That I've had before in the past? Yeah. But, okay, how does that change the price of coffee in China? It don't make sense. That's exactly what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Whatever it is that they're putting on screen doesn't make sense. Everybody has some of them like, you know what? Boy, that girl way back in the 19, I don't know, whatever it is, or 2000 and whatever it is. Hey, boy, man, tell her she give me some pum there. And you know what? Boy, if I'm going to just get it again. Everybody has those kind of memories. So I'm not certain why this no. It don't make sense, right? Does it make sense? Please. We're watching this and know whatever you're trying to do now work, because guess why? Maybe if you had given us a trajectory for us to believe in, then we can follow you. But we're not following you. I don't know what you're trying to get us to do. I could have come on and come see exactly, because I guess people are going to come on now and they're going to say, well, see O'Neal, see what's going on, see Amber is no different. But I can't say that because, again, it not built right. That's what I'll say more than anything else. The characters now are over the place. They're not consistent.
I chose my husband. It's just a little frustrating to see, Tamara being treated
Supported.
yes, by Wayne. And it's like my husband gave me his behind the kiss by having a whole nother baby.
Had a whole nother baby.
It's just
I'm never gonna let him leave that down. But you know what? Let's look at the bright side. Wayne is Wayne, and we know Wayne, and who knows how long this will last with Tamara.
This is true.
Yeah.
Let's go get some lunch, because I'm ready for this.
So I mean, no sense. Because, all right, if Amber decided she wanted to leave, you had an outing to leave long ago. So it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Okay, sitting down, right, complaining about what Wayne is doing, and in the same breath saying, you know what, but my husband treats me like crap. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. So are you saying then, right, maybe writers, I'm going to challenge you, because I'm going to have to talk to you now. I can't even critique the skit because the skit is so ridiculous. I can't critique it. Because it just doesn't make no sense. It don't make sense. When it makes sense, then I can critique the character properly, and then we can kind of go into it because the character is inconsistent. Are you saying that the black community is full of people with a bunch of mental diagnoses that just crazy? That their thought processes are not very, very, congruent. In other words, it doesn't move in one trajectory. It moves all over the place. Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that black people's thought processes are just inconsistent? 1 minute we want one man, the next minute we want the next man. 1 minute we want one woman, next minute we want the next woman. Is that what you're saying? Are you saying black people are just indecisive? Is that what you're saying? Give it to me. Give it to me, writers. I have to argue this from the way we can see it at this point because it's not the point of this skit was. I don't know what the point of the skit is. I'm still trying to fathom what the point of the skit is. And don't bother come with it. You're going to hear the Shayla supporter them come with it because, of course, then they realize that we view this thing from both perspectives. Them think it's just from one. Again, if me go bash the Amber character, give me it in reason though. Give me a trajectory of different. How come this just it's out of left field? It makes no sense. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I talk about. Give me a comment, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna talk to you soon. I don't know.